What up, Jobins? Episode 204. Wow, it is good to see ya.
It's good to be back, guys. It's been a minute. We've just had so much adversity. So many things tackling us. Technical
difficulties, Jobins. Wow, these past 2 weeks, on top of being really busy, right? It's been a wild 2 weeks. We're sorry that we've been gone. Thank you for holding on for us. The first pod we recorded forgot to hit the audio. And then the second one, for some reason.
No, I know the reason, bro. And again, I apologize again. Because, Jobins, if you're listening and you are also doing podcast or doing something where you use a Focusrite or another type of amp, make sure, because when you do the software and you do it in your computer, I thought it would just save to my computer alone. I configured some controls possibly. I don't know what happened, but for some reason we put it in Ricky's computer and then it was just all sorts of messed up. So I went really hard in fixing it and we got the problem corrected, but it stopped us for sure from...
I wasn't upset at all, Jobins. I was so proud of this guy. He worked so hard to try and fix it, and you did, like a gangster. So I appreciate you. It happens.
For sure. Moral of the story is just that when you save things on the Focusrite software in your computer, it transfers to the hardware.
I'm also grateful because if it took that for you to learn more, like you said you did, grateful. Just made you a better podcaster.
Hey, thank you.
That's what mistakes do.
That's a good point.
Yep.
Damn. Dude.
We got a lot to talk about, dude. There's been a lot. And we'll start it off because it's like, God, guys, how do you feel? Like, Jon Jones retires, a lot of us are upset. We wanted the Tom Aspinall fight. I think one more would have been cool.
I think everyone wanted the Aspinall fight for sure.
And then, I put all my posters up. We're like, all right, we're going to do he's retired, so we'll give him his flowers. And then I put all these posters up, Brenden. And now another charge article is out. And it's like, why, Johnny?
I know. He just can't seem to get out of trouble.
Why? Why did you run?
Well, hopefully it's not CT or anything.
I know,
dude. I always worry about fighters and their mental health because of, dude, they go in the wars.
And they sacrifice
and when you
their bodies.
absorb enough shots, dude, you're only human.
I know.
And then all these football pros too, even his brothers are professional football players, all athletes, bro. But you take so many risks in these kind of combat sports, bro.
I know. It's just frustrating because, it's a moment where he's supposed to be given the flowers, be a good look for the UFC, then that shit happens. And then you got BJ Penn with all his stuff.
Oh, God, another great.
Thinking that his family isn't his, and it's just like, that's just the shitty part about our system is when if you don't want the help, you can't, you're not going to get it. And then people do stupid shit. It sucks. You got to actually want to change. Dude, I know that makes sense, but it's just like, man, some people, they just need to be put in a place, taken care of, get through the shit, helped with,
But then on the flip side, I don't want to assume that's what it is off the bat. Because who knows? Maybe this guy is just he just keeps making those kind of mistakes.
It's like, of course that would happen. Of course this would happen. It's happened all the time. I called it on the pod, and I even said, okay, if Jon Jones retires and he doesn't do anything, it's like, okay, he learned his lesson. But it's like, damn, he did this. It's like, damn it. Damn it, Johnny. But I'm still going to separate that from him because of what he has sacrificed and given to the sport of UFC.
Oh, dude, that's 100% the best argument to make. You got to separate the art from the artist.
Because he's a legend inside the sport. And I know you're like, oh, you better say how you talk shit. I know I've talked shit. Just because, even though that he was dominating the older generation guys, he dominated. He was putting on fucking show. And he was fighting after fight. He did hold up the heavyweights right now. That's a little shitty just with all this.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? And Tom Aspinall, so that's all kind of shitty. Dana White making Tom Aspinall the champ right away. That was the good decision.
I feel bad for Tom Aspinall too, dude, because there's going to be those people
wasted a part of his life in the UFC.
There's going to be those people that'll say that Jon Jones is his own worst enemy, and Tom Aspinall's lucky that Jon got in his own way.
Yeah. I just hope it stops. I hope, okay, this is it. He's going to really learn his lesson this time. and no more.
Dude, and he just right before retired. It's so crazy the timing of all this because right before he retired, bro, he was sitting down with Kyle from Nelk, and they had a really good 20-minute podcast. It was pretty short, but he sat down, talked to him. They were outside taking it easy, and he was saying that he was like holding a lot to the chest. So it's like, I wonder if he was thinking about retiring then.
Dude, and again, we have no idea the pressure of being Jon Jones and a celebrity. Like, it's got to be insane. But yeah, it's a shame. But for right now, it's like, damn. And it's like, look at everything he's done. These have been awesome fights throughout the years. There's been so many great Jon Jones moments inside the cage.
Dude, he's fought all the best guys you can think of. Dude, even it makes me respect Chael Sonnen more that he fought Jon Jones.
Right? I'm
like, damn. And then to think that he ducked him, dude, it's such a crazy story and everything.
Right.
And then part of me is like, man, I don't want to question Tom either. I'm really rooting for Tom Aspinall through all this.
Yeah.
Dude, because it's like he could really still cement a legacy of his own, even though Jon Jones' retirement and the timing of all this stuff has been really interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, I wonder who they're going to match him up for his first defense will be.
Ooh, dude, there's a good few options.
Who?
I think Cyril Gane would be a fun option to get just beat right away. He would just probably destroy Cyril Gane, I feel like. And then, man, the heavyweight needs kind of an opening up. I think Alex Pereira would be an awesome super fight.
Wow.
For Tom Aspinall to have.
That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
A really good time.
And then Jon Jones can just be doing his thing in retirement. I hope that this stuff isn't too crazy. I don't know too much about this case.
I know. I just saw the article where apparently he had a partially undressed woman in the car, and then they got in an accident, and he ran. It's like, damn it. But, you know, like, a lot of people, dude, like, that's like, it's almost, I like to watch Cops, right?
Yes.
And anyone's going to give an excuse when they run from the police. There's some crazy people that say some crazy shit. And then there's sometimes some people that are just straight up honest. And there was this one guy, he was like, man, I'm sorry, I was scared. And it's either fight or flight. And I was on flight. And I was like, damn, I get it. But and then he regretted it instantly. He was sitting there, instant regrets. He didn't put that much of a fight. Like he realized. And then he just like laid there, they tackled him, you know? And they're like, why were you running? He's like, oh, and he was just pretty kind of calm, and like you could tell he regretted it. So it's like, if that's just Jon Jones of fight or flight, I don't know. Well, again, I would like to know what all you guys think. It's kind of shitty. It's kind of shitty for the UFC, you know, because they got to take care of their athletes. These fighters sacrifice a lot, and if they have CTE and it's causing them brain problems, like, man, come on, get them help.
100%, dude.
If Dana White, if you're preaching this Jon Jones is your greatest athlete ever, it's like, okay, well, you make sure he's good. Make sure BJ Penn's good. Make sure all these people are getting taken care of.
It's got to be serious, too, because why else would you dodge a bag like that? Because I guarantee the payout that Jon Jones would have got for the Tom Aspinall fight would have been huge, bro.
I know.
And he's got a family and everything. Crazy. It's just like something serious is going on. And I just hope he's like has peace in retirement. And if he comes back, that'd be nice too. I'm never against that.
Right. There's so much going on in the UFC world right now. It's a lot. This weekend we got freaking Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited for this fight, guys. It's like, oh my God, can this potentially be a classic Charles Oliveira fight where he gets dropped? Do you think, okay, if he gets dropped multiple times and he wants to lure Topuria to the ground, there's no way Topuria is engaging, right? He'll be like, no, stand up, walk. He'll walk to the center. What do you think? Or do you think there's a way that Charles can get him to the ground and submit him?
No, dude.
That's a classic Charles Oliveira fight.
Topuria, I think Topuria is one of the greatest fighters out pound for pound right now.
Right. Because
this guy is well-rounded everywhere. And he knows that Charles is a specialist. And Charles is a specialist in jiu-jitsu. Like you just said, what's his game plan going to be?
Right.
Get hit and maybe be lucky enough to fool him into coming down? No way. And if he does take him down, Ilia Topuria has shown, at least in the fights that he's already had, that he has good ground control. And I think he could do the same thing that Islam did.
Right. I'm excited.
It's going to be a tough fight. I'd love to see Charles win, though.
it's tough because you want both guys to win, right? Because it's like, okay, if Topuria wins and he's talking about maybe going up another, it's like, dude, what if he did and he went up another one? It's weird right now because all these 3 different champions are all kind of almost similar height, just fight styles. It's like, man, Alex, Topuria, Merab. I know Ilia and Merab are friends, but it's like, man, I would love to see them 2 fight.
Ilia and Merab.
I would love to see Ilia. Dude,
That would be sick.
Ilia and Volk.
Ilia and Volk. Wait a second. Ilia Topuria and
Alexander Volkanovski.
Did they already
Hold on, they did, didn't
they already fought, dog?
I'm tripping.
I'm pretty sure they already fought, bro.
I'm tripping.
Didn't they? I think he knocked him out.
You did. He went on that.
And then he knocked out Max Holloway.
He's knocking out everyone. You're right.
He's knocking everybody out.
God, you're right.
He's dominated the entire featherweight class. The entire featherweight class is his.
He goes and beats Charles. What do you want to see him do next? You know,
if he goes and beats Charles, he should legitimately get a chance. But then Islam moved up, didn't he?
That's right, Islam. God,
this is for a lightweight belt.
There's so
you know what's gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's weird right now with all these different weight classes.
Ilia's gonna be lightweight champ. Islam's gonna be the weight champ above that.
Mm-hmm.
And then who was the guy that moved to let Islam sit there?
Dude, I'm blanking.
Dude, but man, the fight game's crazy,
it's
dude.
crazy.
With all
There's
the
a lot right now.
If you're a wrestler and you're dominating right now, dude, it's just like where's the code to beat these guys?
Well, and now they got the jiu-jitsu thing going on. What'd you think of that tough season of that?
Dude, I love it. And it's not over yet.
Yeah.
Actually, I was writing this down, guys, because we had we had a lot of adversity. So I already had UFC BJJ Road to the Title, which is really cool because it's like it's like the first of the
it's like an ultimate fighter for jiu-jitsu. I bet, dude.
For jiu-jitsu. It's UFC jiu-jitsu.
There's so much controversy going right now, and what's his name? Craig Jones is probably just so pissed.
What do you think Craig Jones is pissed about?
Because I know he's having his second event, but like when you got the UFC creating something like this.
Oh my God. I didn't even think about that.
But
I didn't even think about that.
And then also when these jiu-jitsu people are signing up for the jiu-jitsu thing, it's pretty much they're signing their soul to the UFC. Because in the jiu-jitsu world, like there's so many matches and so many different tournaments that you can go do, right? But guess what? When you sign to UFC, you can't.
You know what? To counter your point, though, real quick, I don't think Craig Jones is mad at all. He's probably really happy because all this does is bring more light to the sport of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I think he even said that.
So actually, it's probably just a good thing to have as many BJJ things as you can.
True, but when everyone's wanting to go to the UFC now and not your thing, who knows?
That could. I mean, if it destroyed his
there
business,
is other
that
MMA
would
organizations.
Suck. I just think that's a spot that's able to grow right now.
Oh yeah, dude.
To where MMA's like UFC's pretty much monopolized it for the most part.
Right.
Everything else pretty small compared to it.
And I was talking to Garrett today from the gym, and it's like, dude, he would love to do that. And I'm sure there's other people from the gym that would just absolutely love to do that.
UFC BJJ.
Yeah, dude.
8 welterweights, 8 lightweights, all being trained by Mikey Musumeci, who I've seen a lot of his videos on YouTube.
He was on Joe Rogan like 2 years ago.
And then the guy he's against, Rarison Gabriel, he's pretty good too. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be, whoever wins between those two guys is going to be the bantamweight champion at 135. And then the lightweights will have a 155, and in welterweight. So 3 divisions for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for UFC is going to start out.
That's sick. Yeah, it's exciting. And that guy's funny. He's goofy. It's like you want him to just be the best. Always.
Dude, that guy is scary, though.
Oh, fuck
I bet he's a killer in there.
Dude, all he eats is pizza and pasta.
He's like a 5-time IBJJF. Like, he's scary, dude.
People are like, Schmidt, that looks like all you eat, bud. I know.
I like the Rarison Gabriel guy, though. He looks like he kills it up in the gi, too, though.
Oh, yeah, dude.
To where Mikey seems more...
Dude, imagine if some of the people from the gym got on like a tough season of it. It'd be so sick.
Dude, that would be so fun. Dude, it's kill or be killed in there, dude, because of how quick you can get submitted.
Oh, yeah. I love how the
It's
emotions.
weird.
I love the emotions for the one match. It's fire. It's always like that in jiu-jitsu. You know what I mean? Especially when I went and watched you guys compete. It's like, oh god. So yeah, you definitely feel it in the show. It was fun.
So that's cool. I hope that goes even better than Powerslap.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it definitely will. So Powerslap is so much. Everyone I talk to, they hate it. But then you got Dana White saying it's doing great.
Dana White, dude, he is gonna be president one day. Think about all the stuff this guy's made UFC into.
Oh yeah.
Now we got UFC BJJ, like you're saying. Craig, watch out. Like you're saying, dude, he's taking over everything.
I think AI is gonna be
Powerslap.
Dana White's gonna be the assistant to the AI. Oh god, we've watched a lot of movies. We got a lot of movie reviews for you guys. 28 years later. Press skip if you haven't seen it yet. You want to see it because we're going to talk about some shit.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah. So thanks to Brenden, you got a timestamp. Skip ahead. there's your little warning.
That's pretty awesome. But
that's a good warning, right?
Yeah.
So they can't be too mad from here on out.
That's true.
Spoiler.
Yeah,
and if you watch it, please, and you come back, if you want to know what we thought, go watch it, come back.
You're absolutely right. There's timestamps, guys.
Yeah, come on. So let us talk about it. Because I'm upset. I'm really upset. I'm almost completely done with new movies and new shit.
You know what's sad, too?
What?
Think about all the people that are watching it and have never seen any of the other ones.
I know.
That's Brenden, my coworker.
That was the first one he saw?
And then guess what I told him?
What?
I said, you got to check out the original. It's so much better. And guess what he did? Watch the original.
And
guess what happened? He said it was better.
God, yes.
So to me, you know what he did say, though?
What?
He did say, guys, he was like, hey, the other one I thought it was still good.
Am I just that hater? Am I a hater? There's
Dude,
no way I'm a hater on this.
It just ran with it too much. And I think that the first one's more grounded in like a, oh my God, what if? To where this one's like a, oh yeah, it's just out of like absurdity.
Right?
There was things that were absurd and I was just like kind of pulled away from it.
All right. Well, as a 28 weeks and 28 days diehard fan that me and Brenden have been throughout our whole lives, I was absolutely gutted by this film, and I'm going to break it down. It's completely different from the first two. I don't want to watch a Left 4 Dead video game type. Not for this. Not for this.
No, I get
you
what
want
you
your
mean.
Left 4 Dead? Go make a Left 4 Dead movie. Okay? Because guess what, Jobins? 20 minutes in, I'm in for the ride. And it's got great. The cinematography was great, right? Some of the special effects, I didn't like the naked zombies all running around. It was just kind of weird.
You kind of look like the alpha right now.
Oh, yeah.
With
right?
the long hair.
Oh, my God. Just let me get there. Hold on. Because I'm going to give it what I liked. Because when they're running in the beginning, there's really good, it's really good, like, suspenseful music. It really makes you on edge, right? And then they were doing those, like, special effects, and, like, they brought in from the trailer the poem from, like, I forget what World War. It's, like, some poem from World War I or II or some shit. And it was actually in the movie. And they're singing, and then you're seeing scenes. I'm like, okay, this is cool. You're seeing them rip apart deers and shit. I'm like, okay.
It was creepy.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, we're in for it. And then when they meet up with the fat zombies that are just crawling around doing nothing, and then the way I really didn't like the video game. I guess it's like a reach, right? I would have dealt with the way that the camera was doing the kill shots.
Like it would hit the target 180 to the other side.
Yeah. I would have dealt with that had it stayed closer to the first film. I guess maybe I'm asking too much. Maybe I would be sitting here going, that was too much like the first one. Because I'm like, dude, this is all, I completely was wrong with what I thought the movie was going to be about. And for me, I don't like, there was in the first two movies, there was one type of zombie, and it was the infected. And it was, I remember, like, they were, it was more creative. The shots were more creative. The scary jump scenes were more creative. There was no creative jump scenes throughout this whole entire movie. It's like creative jump scares are just completely gone.
Yeah, no, you got a point there.
Yeah.
It does feel lazy with
It's
having
lazy.
like rats or something else
Yeah.
like that. Just like really cliche.
Maybe I'm supposed to just stop being a hater and really put myself in this 28 years world where evidently the second, it doesn't even meet up with the second one. And where the fuck was I, Jobins? Where the fuck were you when they all of a sudden there's going to be another one? This is a part 2. There's a part 1 and a part 2. I didn't even know that. Until
I hate that shit so much too, dude. I hate it. That's such a problem with today's cinema.
World
is like
Video
that. Why
games.
does there have to be multiple parts?
Milking money, bro. Let's milk the story and make more out of it when it's not what it's needed.
It's not.
The first one, Jobins, was first off the type of filming that they did back then. It was kind of like almost like Blair Witch Project, you know, where it's like found footage almost, and it's real kind of controversial today with like all the army guys raping these people and then they're getting fucking killed by zombies and shit. But like even the people getting taken out by zombies was more creative, right? And then because it was such a terrifying, zombies can be really fast. It was such a new cult type film. That's why it got a sequel. And then they're like, okay, we don't want to really, they went kind of different with it, you know, where they all starved, you know. Yeah. So how come they're not starving now? You know what I mean? And then it came back through the dad.
Well, I mean, they kind of explained stuff like that, I guess, right? You said, because what about the fat zombies? They were feeding off worms and things. So, I mean, and then you got to account for like a time lapse of 28 years.
I know.
I'm not saying I agree with it either, dude. But I guess logically you could come to those points.
It only took 28 days, 28 weeks. It only took 28 weeks for him to all fucking starve in the second one, dog. 28 years, and now there's all these different types. It's like, oh my goodness. I could not stand the alpha ones.
Another thing, too, can I tell you another thing that I hated? And we already talked about spoilers earlier.
Yeah.
The CGI deer herds.
Oh, God, yes.
I hated that.
That really
I
meant
hate
nothing.
that. We watch all these older movies, Jobins, like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and other things. And it's like they just said, screw it, right? Everything's CGI now. When it's just like, how about we just don't have a deer herd?
Right.
We don't need a herd. You can explain that they're gone from zombies because zombies eat everything.
Right.
Instead, no, let's show the wildlife flourishing and then 100+ deer that are clearly CGI and it looks terrible.
Yeah.
Looked terrible.
Right. And they were doing such a good job, like with making the forest seem scary as fuck. It seemed claustrophobic. And another thing that I was hating with it was when the chase scenes would happen and it's like these alpha males are running so fast. And these zombies are running so fast. They're getting so close to them. And then the next shot, they're far away.
Yeah.
That shit bugs the fuck out of me. This should be a chase film. They should be barely getting away. It should be the most craziest shit. It should make me so scared. It should make being in the woods terrifying. I'm telling you, dude, I was so down.
Bro, even like you said, though, even in 28 weeks later, at the beginning of that movie, that chase scene is one of the best.
Dude, one of the best.
And just like you said, because of the distance stuff, dude.
Yes.
It was so unrealistic. That bridge scene with his kid, too.
Yes.
That was, just like you said, the pacing of the chase scenes
and ready for simple,
was off.
You ready for 2 simple, clever, scary scenes that I'm talking about? In the first one, when that drop of blood goes in the guy's eye, and that one good actor, and he's like, get away from me. And he's telling his kids, get the fuck away.
How contagious it is.
Yeah, it made you scared. You go, oh, fuck, you can't even get this fucking blood in you. You know what I mean? And it was a scary scene. Second one, the fucking mom, right? Or is it the dad? It's the mom.
The mom was a carrier, and she didn't show any symptoms.
And then was it the dad?
And then he kisses her. The saliva
gets on him.
Turns them into a scare, and it's awful. And it's such a good scene,
and
but
she's
sucks.
strapped to the fucking bed. Made us terrified.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Such good movies.
Did you feel that once in this one?
You're right.
Not once. And it was, and then this bitch is holding hands with a pregnant. They can get pregnant. You're telling me these zombies are getting pregnant? Oh, and no, sorry, big spoilers. And it's a regular person. Jesus Christ. Jesus. And then what really sucked was the ending. This Jimmy guy that we're getting glimpses throughout the movie. And then all of a sudden, these Power Ranger friends of his come jumping from out the fucking scene. And then they turn into Michonne from Walking Dead and start having a good old time killing these zombies like they're nothing. And they're doing spectacular fucking shows.
I hated it too, dude. It's like, are these zombies not a threat?
Dude, exactly. Now I am not terrified of these zombies at all. I hate every bit of this world, and now I have to watch part 2 to find out what the fuck's going on with Power Ranger Boy, and it's really upsetting me, Brennan. It's really starting to fucking really upset me.
Those scenes of like not knowing who could get taken out were gone.
Yeah.
You're right about that. I didn't think about that till we were talking about it now, but I never was scared for the actor's safety, not even the main dad.
Bro, never. And then here's another thing. Effect and cause. Or my bad. Cause. Cause and effect, guys. Okay? Okay, directors? So, the whole thing about this island and cause and effect, they're going to the island. Oh, now his mom wants to go to the island. And then Aaron Taylor Johnson plays this guy's dad.
Yeah.
And he's trying to make him not scared, and he takes him in there, and he's awful, and he's scared, and he's trying to make sure he's mentoring him. He's showing him that he's hyping up to the people, even though he's like, oh, but Dad, you're kind of lying to him. He's like, yeah, but we're hyping you up. You did something. You did good today, you know? So, like, he's trying to guide his son. He's so focused on his son. And then once his son leaves with his wife, who's sick from dying cancer, we never see Aaron Taylor Johnson again. We don't see how he reacts until the very fucking end of the movie.
He's such a bad character when you talk about him.
It's like Adam Sandler. You go out there and you find your fucking dog. Why has he? I know the whole thing of like, if no one comes to find you, that's your son. You're not going out there to try and find your son. And we should have seen that, causing Aaron Taylor Johnson to go look for him, which causes shit to happen. Mm-hmm. But we got these fucking alpha males pregnating this bitch for the last 45 minutes.
You know what?
And now all of a sudden, it felt like 2 different movies.
And I'm just telling you again, dude, that the whole setup of having these dumbass part 1, part 2s is that they ruin the pacing.
Dude.
The guy, Danny Boyle, doesn't know how to pace properly a 2-parter.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was, like you said, why wouldn't he be after his son then?
Well, we got to show it at the end so we can show at the end of the movie the part 2 where he's going to go after him.
Right?
No, get out of here. It's all greed and money. The studio heads probably said, Danny, I know you don't like doing 2-parters, but we'll pay you double the money.
Low key,
and you get shit like this.
Low key, the little boy was doing such a good acting that I was like, I wanted him to be like, in my world, I thought that they were going to bring this back to the island. There was going to be some kind of cult shit going on in the island, and the fucking infected were going to come, and the kid being a good actor. I was kind of, because they kind of do it, some shocking endings, right? Mm-hmm. So I was kind of hoping the little kid would get wrecked at the end, because we'd be like, damn, he was such a good actor. He killed it.
Oh, dude, there's probably going to be 3 parts to this shit.
Yeah, dude.
And then the second part, he's going to be, don't worry about him dying. No one's going to die in the second one until the third one comes.
Fucking Power Ranger Jimmy guy is going to be all about the second one. And I'm seeing Jimmy's name. Is he the one controlling the deers? Is Jimmy doing some kind of deer spell shit?
Can I say something, though? I mean, guys, Jobins, I know we've said a lot of crap on this movie.
Yeah, sorry.
But that's because of what it's being compared to. What about a standalone film? It's not, think about this. It's not related to 28 Days or 28 Years Later at all. It's an original zombie movie.
Yeah.
Then it's okay.
Honestly, they could have kept it so damn simple, and it would have been so much better, bro. They had it. Ready, Jobins? Here's Schmitty's way. They had the whole story right there. The mom's sick, dying of cancer. There's this story of this doctor on the other side, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a journey of a father-son. It's so easy. God of War. And it's a chase movie, right? They go. They're like, oh, fuck, we regret this. They meet the doctor, which is fucking Professor Snape. And then, or not Snape.
Voldemort.
Voldemort. Professor Snape.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Voldemort, which is Voldemort. And then we could have just literally found out the guy was batshit crazy, but then learned something, which is that they hate iodine out of nowhere, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, they learn this, they bring it, and it's like, they fucking bring the shit back. Cult movie, you got your cult shit going on this island. It makes sense that there's like this types of laws of power to make the society sustain. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There you go.
Dude, even when you say that to me now, it's like,
Fuck.
he's like, they don't like iodine.
Yeah.
It's like, how the hell did this guy figure that out? I call
hated
bullshit.
it. I
You
did
would
hate
die. You telling me he tested how many different ways to coat his skin, and then he was like, iodine finally worked.
I know.
Get out of here.
I would have showed some type of scene where they found out that iodine worked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They don't like iodine.
Yeah.
How?
That's really good.
How do you?
Can you do that again?
They don't like iodine.
Dude.
There are different kinds of death.
Fuck. You might... If I was going to have you play Voldemort in a cartoon Harry Potter for a voice actor, you're hired. You're fucking hired, dude. That was incredible.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. But yeah, Jobin, sorry we just shit fucking down fucking that throat of that. But if that's for you, if I'm being a hater and I'm just supposed to immerse in this world of 28 years later, I guess I'm sorry. But the holding hands with the zombies, the baby zombie.
Yeah, it was lame.
And then once Power Rangers came out, it was comical.
You know what else it had too that the other movies didn't? That commercial aspect to it.
Yeah.
The commercialness to where it's like the first two are like that punk British vibe of like that's
Culty.
yes.
Raw.
This one is like it's money. And I don't like it.
Yeah, dude.
The more I talk about it, the more I don't like it. I actually
Or
kind of
film.
gave it a higher rating.
I stick by my 2.8. I gave it a 2.8 because it could have been better, and they had the good soundtracks. Like the beginning, I was like, damn, if they would have just done this right, fuck, this could have been so good.
Dude, you can bring in as many experts as you want for authenticity, but if you don't have the soul that you had for the originals, it ain't gonna work.
Right?
And it had that commercial appeal to it that I don't like.
Right? So yeah, sadly, I was very disappointed, guys. 2.8 from me. Sorry if I'm a hater.
I gave it a 6.2, so I'll stick with that score.
Yeah. The reason why I keep mixing up names with Voldemort and Harry Potter, I was on a Harry Potter skit, guys. I went through a little Harry Potter marathon. It freaked me out because there's so much technology shit, dude, that's in Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. It's weird.
But like you had a good point though, because in the Chamber of Secrets, Jobins, which was really fun to watch.
Which still holds up with the CGI. It still holds up.
The snake though, there was a lot of scenes with the snake where they do use animatrons.
Right.
You know, and it's like you had a great point. We were watching this awesome scene where the snake head's coming at
such a good movie.
Harry, and it's really scary. And then you were
Katy Perry.
You were like, they would CGI that now. And I was
yeah,
they
dude.
100% would.
Well, they did a little. It was like a perfect combination. And it's sad because if you actually go back and watch all the Harry Potters, you can start seeing where they start using nothing but CGI. And you go, fuck.
Yeah.
Because, dude, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Jobins, was fire. That shit, I haven't watched that shit in so long. I was like, damn.
They're all good, dude.
They're all good.
I loved watching
They're
the scenes I would walk into.
The new series isn't going to hold a fucking candle. I'm going to give it a chance. But, and it's tough because I'm an adult now and it's hard to watch kid shit.
Dude, I don't know. If you have to have the right kids for it. If
there's some damn good actors,
great.
If there's some damn good actors, I'll stay tuned. But I was a kid when they were just like a year or two older than me growing up through it. So
you know why it's going to suck, bro? You know why it's going to suck? Who are the older actors that are being cast? They're not the same iconic role models.
Oh, everyone was so
of like
good.
Richard Harris.
Oh yeah.
Or freaking Dumbledore's original, or not original, but the second guy that played him too, man.
Mm-hmm. Dude, there's so many things, Jobins. That's like, okay, so in one, I think it's Prisoner of Azkaban. There's a quick scene where they go into this bookstore, and back in the day when these were coming out, you're like, oh well, Magic World. You know what I mean? There's this poster and a moving image on it. I'm like, we have that today. And then in I think like the fifth one, Dumbledore takes out his memory and he puts it in the little cloud golem.
The cloud?
It's like a cloudy little pot thing. You know what I mean? Real true diehard Harry Potters would be able to know exactly what it was called.
What this contraption is.
Yes. But he takes his memories and he puts them in there. And they're always there. We have the iCloud. You know what I mean?
That's just true.
And then there was another good one too. There was another fucking good one. I was like, damn, fuck, I forgot it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that in Harry Potter. I'm like, holy shit, go back and watch them.
Makes you wonder, huh? What does J.K. Rowling know?
Oh yeah.
Is there conspiracy
100%.
behind Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Future devices
Well,
hidden in plain sight?
Also, speaking of conspiracy theories, I got a little high, Jobins, and I thought of this one day while watching Harry Potter, right? So I think it's in Prisoner of Azkaban. I might have this fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
There's a white deer across the lake, and it saves Harry from the black guys.
The Dementors.
Dementors.
The
yeah.
Dementors.
Yeah. And then Harry, he's like, what the fuck was this deer the whole time? And then later at the end of the film, he goes, oh, I was the deer, and I didn't know until it was me, until I had to live it to learn it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where we're at with like creating time travel.
Ooh.
But I don't know about forward, only backward. And here's my theory, Jobins. Let me know, am I smoking too much? So when you think of things being documented, right? We have all this equipment now. Everyone's recording. Me and Brenden went to shout out Chris, sneaking us into the weekend concert.
Oh my God, you made a good point. Keep going.
Everyone is in there in the stadium. Every concert you go to, what do we all do? We're all recording. Everyone's recording, right? Mm-hmm. There's security cameras. There's satellites recording. So everything was fucking recorded at pretty much every angle in that whole entire stadium, right? So we're able to do that. We're in that world for the first time right now.
Right.
Now, before that, it was, paintings, photographs, old-ass photographs, then paintings, and then writing on stones and rocks and shit, right? Mm-hmm. So we can't go back and look at it.
Well, even to counter that point, bro, the AI and everything and the predictive models, they'll come to a point where they could 99.999, basically like almost 100, but not 100. You can't guarantee 100.
That's exactly it. Then.
Replication.
So that just counteracts everything.
Replication.
Nope.
Whatever you might put in there, dude. That's what I see coming. Dude.
I don't know, man.
But also, sorry to detract from your point.
No, it's okay.
Because you have a great point that you're making.
Well, no. If you're telling, you just said it right there, though, 99%, dog. Because we don't know at the end of the day. There's shit that was.
But our stuff we're recording now, though, is way more high-tech than paintings or portraits.
Oh, I know.
So that way, when they have the technology in the future to be able to go back in time...
Well, no, I'll get there. I'll explain it. Okay. Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy.
I know. Well, no, what I'm saying is what you were trying to say, I don't think AI will be able to correctly predict it. You just said 99%.
Quantum computing, because we don't have a way to fact check it.
But exactly. And also, there's so much. Think about all the stuff that's never been documented that we'll never know, which I'm sure. I
don't know.
We watched Jurassic Park and we're learning that's not even really how dinosaurs looked. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, we're always learning new stuff.
Yep, and we're always learning.
But
that means we could learn how to travel in time.
Here's my prediction is that I think with all of us recording stuff, we have to live through it. So unfortunately we won't, right? But like maybe maybe if they do it enough in a time. Okay, so say it's 2,125 right now, guys, and we're all alive, and there's been 100 years worth of everybody recording everything through satellites, security system, through all our phones, because everybody likes to record shit. And that's not even predicting, that's just saying with the technology we have today, right? Mm-hmm. Because even in 100 years, if we don't all blow each other up and everything just keeps advancing, think about how much crazier ways there's going to be to record everything, right? So like, if all that is recorded and stored, wouldn't we have the technology, you think, that people would be able to go back? Like, so when we would play NBA 2K back in the day, and you would foul me, and it wouldn't count. I'd be like, that was such a fucking foul. And then we'd go back into the replay, and then from any angle, we could go and watch that replay and be anywhere and watch it. It's like, shouldn't they be able to do that? Mm-hmm. Maybe we will be able to do that in our lifetime, just won't be able to go back as far as they'll be able to, right? So would that be time travel?
And I feel like, yeah. Does that mean, would you classify this as time travel then? If you were to pop in like a tape of like some kind of family event or something.
Like the Weekend concert that we went to.
Mm-hmm.
And for like, if someone in the year 2125 is like, damn, man, I wonder what it was like to be at the Weeknd's most sold out, craziest show that he ever did back in 100 years ago that was today. I wonder what that was like on the 100th year anniversary. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, we could just go back. And then they'll see us there if they pick that spot. I think it's, am I crazy?
The recordings aspect is pretty
crazy. Am I too high?
Because you wouldn't be able, you're not directly impacting what you're watching or viewing or interacting with because it's already happened. But
what
you
if
are
you
still a part of it.
What if you do and it does mess up time? Dun, dun, dun.
There would be some crazy paradox there.
You never know.
Dude, you had me down a whole rabbit hole, guys. This is a crazy one. This is absolutely crazy. And if you like numbers, I like numbers. I work at a bank. Dude, it's crazy. This is a crazy conspiracy theory.
Was this one I told you and then you just went down the whole fucking thing?
7,000 year prophecy.
Oh, yeah.
It's biblical, guys. This is Judeo-Christian version. 6,000 years of history, which is where the first 6 come from, and in 1,000-year kingdom, which is why it's a 7,000-year prophecy. First, get this, guys. The math is crazy.
Math and numbers always freak me out. That's why it freaks me out with these two recent, this plane survivor guy and then the same fucking seat, that other dude. I don't like that
The
shit.
numbers align too crazy. For each time, there's like a transformational period. Adam to Abraham is 2,000 years. Adam marks creation of humans. Abraham marks the setup of the Hebrew covenant, which is like, beginning of Judaism, right? Abraham then to Jesus, another 2,000 years, Jobins. That's Old Testament period, the whole Old Testament part of the Bible.
Yep.
Then Jesus to now,
Yep.
2,000 years. And you guys are probably like, oh, yeah, but it's already past the year 2000.
Well, that's because it's the end of time, so we're going to be in 1,000-year...
Well, get this,
right?
dude.
Reign
Get
of...
this. Do you know how old Jesus was when he died?
It's like, it's hard to predict, but wasn't he like 32 to 37?
Right. So that means the beginning of the 1,000-year period.
Oh, so is 2037?
Is going to be 2022 to 37.
Oh, well, shit that.
So we're already in the period
the
of
shit
time.
That scares
we're
me
already in the period of time. If this prophecy were real, which is crazy, who knows that this is even real?
If you like biblical shit, this one's on fire.
They say, though, once that year comes up, it's not going to be the end of the world.
Yeah, we'll be.
It's going to be 1,000-year reign. So Jesus is supposed to pop out of nowhere.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
we don't abort them.
So I mean, that's just like a prophecy. That's a crazy prophecy that has some crazy numbers that just kind of work out in a creepy way, just for our time period. Like George Washington and those guys, like they could have had the same prophecy, and they would have been like, "Well, hey, that's another 300 years from now. We don't gotta worry. Not us."
Right.
This shit's right now, immediate.
There is something about math and numbers and just, I don't know. We all felt it. I felt it in my life with many things, many things that just line up. You're feeling it, and it's in moments, right? All these things start happening, and then bam, something happens, and you're like, what the fuck? And it could be in so many different aspects of life, right? It could be you trying to figure out where you're going in life, and then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of good things happen. Bam, there you are. It could be with a friend. Friend's going through a whole bunch of stuff. Boom. And family member, anything. A dog, like anything. So, yeah. You okay?
It's a lot, man. It's heavy stuff, dude.
Well, yeah. I saw this video. I freaked him out, Jobins, just because I saw this guy. He's like, we're not in the end of times, but in the shift of all the things. And it's like, dude, when you see... What was it you that showed me that symbol thing? Where they morphed?
Chat GPT.
The chat where they morphed?
Yeah, that Chat GPT, if you copy it and then flip it and then put it, it makes like the Israeli flag. That's just a thing that they were able to find.
That freaked me the fuck out.
It's a weird coincidence.
That stuff freaks me out, dude.
Dude, you know what freaks me out?
What?
Colgate Max Fresh. It's 10 times longer lasting, cool, for fresh breath.
Why did you
10
write
times
that?
longer than what?
Why?
That freaks me out, guys. You asked what freaks me out. Colgate Max Fresh. 10 times longer lasting, cool, for fresh breath. 10 times longer lasting. Then what?
He literally just saw my toothpaste before this episode, Jobins, and wrote that down. That's fire.
Do you guys understand what I just asked? Like,
what?
10 times longer lasting cool for fresh breath.
So it lasts mintier longer.
Longer than what, bro? It says 10 times. We were just talking about numbers with this prophecy, and then I see this shit in here, and I'm like, 10 times longer.
Well, what does that mean?
And there's not even like a little footnote. Because when I do things and there's like footnotes and like you can see like the terms and conditions and stuff and see why it's that. And it'd be like, oh, well, that explain. Okay, if you read this, nothing. 10 times longer than nothing. It's just like this crazy advertising that grinds my gears. And it's like, if the end of the world happens, I want them to take the Colgate guys out first.
Right.
Because you're going to put 10 times longer lasting and you're not even going to compare it to anything. 10 times longer than... What's 10 times 0? What's 10 times 0?
Then what?
10 times 0 is
10
0.
times what?
It's nothing. That's an empty statement.
Someone's going to go retake this and sue them and win like 10 million. Would you be so pissed?
Dude.
And then you couldn't do it?
I'd be like, hey, somebody beat the big guy.
Right?
10 times longer
That's
than
funny
0.
as
It's
fuck.
nothing.
That's actually funny. That made me... That's a funny one.
Yeah, I'm sorry to like... I had to throw it in there when you said that because
That
it was
was
a good
fire.
setup time.
No, that was fire. You literally just saw my Colgate.
Yeah, dude, and it made me think that. I was like, what the fuck?
You know, I feel much better about my theory, Jobins, because I thought I was high for my theory.
Oh, yeah, no, I was stoned. You know what else I said when I was really stoned?
What?
I said, to get this, guys, this is a great question, too, I wanted to bring to you. Why do wigs make your head hot, but
They're
your
hot
own
as
hair
fuck.
doesn't?
That's a good fucking
Because when I
question.
put a wig on, it makes my top of my head really hot and sweaty, but my hair now isn't doing that.
Maybe the little thing that's holding your hair in the head has some kind of way to... It's probably your body regulating that. Your body probably regulates the temperature of your hair. If I'm right, damn, I'm smart.
So you know what it makes me think of also?
What?
That's why dogs don't get as hot as we think they'd get in the heat. You think, oh my God, a dog has all that fur on him, but it's just like your hair on your head. It's not a wig, so it's not as hot. So like your dog's realistically not as hot as. So
Holy
it makes me
hell.
feel better for my dog then.
Brenden is higher.
You get what I mean?
Tight.
I feel like you kind of get what I'm saying. Though.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't
Maybe
feel
I'm
bad
high.
about your dogs because their fur probably isn't as hot as we conceptualize it.
I don't know, man. I've seen some dogs pant when they're hot, man. Then I've seen some dogs when they get their hair cut, man. They're super cold, man.
But imagine if you put a fur coat on the dog after. It'd be 10 times hot, just like wearing a wig.
True. He's got a fucking point, ladies and gentlemen. 'Cause
Those
you're
are the
right.
two astute observations that I have.
You're right. Sitting here with this wig on it is hot.
Dude, you're a trooper. You look fresh as hell in it, though.
I know. So apparently, Jobins, Sean and Tim want to do a KillTony trip, and they want me and Warlike to go and go on.
That'd be pretty. You could. Hey, if you had some good material, you could probably
Oh
kill it.
God, I'd be so nervous, but I want to do it so bad. It would be fun.
I'll let you take the Colgate one.
I know it's like, do I just go out there and just fucking crash the fuck out, or do I actually make some jokes? What do I crash out about?
What do you? Yeah, dude. Honestly, I feel like if you crash out about some observations that people take for granted, that's a good way to get a laugh.
Or self-deprivation jokes?
You should say it like that.
I
You meant to
completely-
say self-deprecation.
What
You
did I
said
say?
self-defamation. Like he's gonna,
Like,
like I did all these bad. Self-defamation would be like I did all these bad things, and if I have a list of confessions in my room.
That's fire. We're both just, wow, it's late. You know what I mean?
Dude, I just got. Hey, that's why I'm still in my work clothes,
I
dude. I had
know.
some sales. I booked some loans and stuff.
Jobins. Again, he's been busy. It's just been so much busyness. The adversity. I'm proud of us. I had my first show with my new company I'm working for, and it was pretty fucking sick because it's a stage job, Jobins. I'm a stagehander.
That's cool.
Yeah, shout out Christian, helped me get the job. But yeah, you break down and then you also build, but so far I've only done breakdown stage shows, and it's fucking crazy. It's nuts how much goes into building a stage. I'm like, holy fuck, the money that just goes into building these stages for the shows. It's fucking incredible.
It's pretty cool that you're a part of it too.
I
dude.
know, dude. It was insane. I'm sure I'll get over it, right? As we all do with all jobs. But the first time I'm in there, I'm at I did State Farm, and it was Post Malone was my first show, right? And I'm just at the bottom of State Farm walking around helping. I'm just like, oh my God, this is crazy. And then you're on the stage that Post just performed on. So I'm like looking at what he saw and I'm like, this is crazy.
I liked how you explained it too.
Right? It's just cool. Like, I know it's stressful being a musician, and I wish it's a part of me that I'm like, damn, I wish I was a musician, because being Post Malone and just a performer where you go out there and you got all these people, I'm afraid of karaoke, but I know we were afraid to do podcasts. You know, we were nervous to get in front of the camera. It's nothing.
Yeah, but that's what he loves to do.
He
like what
loves
you were
it.
saying, I was like, oh my God, it must be the best feeling
It's
ever.
gotta be, dude. Just seeing all these people and you're having one big karaoke night. And then you got fucking a light show behind you projecting on all the people. People are putting their camera lights up. Dude, it's got to be insane.
I feel like it depends on the person too, because I bet there are those performers that do have anxiety and stuff.
Yeah.
Compared to like Post Malone, who I feel like would probably be jamming
He
out,
is a rock
loving
star.
it, dude. To where maybe because Elvis actually, because I remember watching this documentary when I was a kid with my mom, and Elvis actually had like stage fright and stuff when he was first started performing. So it was something he had to like get good
Overcome.
at.
Yeah, dude.
So that's an interesting dynamic,
Right?
But I feel like Post ain't like that.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, super cool. And yeah, I wanted to get a job. I went through so much going through helping my mom, figuring out a new job. I just didn't want to talk about it till I got a new job. You know what I mean? Because unfortunately, I don't work for Tim anymore. But at the end of the day, me and Tim are still good. Everything's fine. At the end of the day, I just needed to make more money. That's all it was. And Tim understood. Mariah understood. You got to remember, Jobins, Tim has so many people that he's employed, that he pays and everything. He's just got so much to take care of. And that coffee shop job, there's a kid that replaced me, Caleb. He's 15 years old. That's perfect. That's a perfect job for a kid like that. You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, me and Tim are always going to be brothers. And we made out a little deal. You know, I'm doing some snaps for him whenever I'm at the gym and I get to work out, because just because I don't work for me anymore, nothing changes. And I didn't feel, I'm like, oh God, I can't talk about it on the pod when I don't have a job. I'm like, I wanted to get a different job. I just had to figure it out.
Yeah, dude, you had to do what made the most sense for you, and it definitely makes the most sense for you to get like a living wage for someone who has like adult expenses, like bills, utility, like a lot of things that are behind the scenes, you know?
I just had to figure some shit out, Jobins, you know? And it was just, it's a part of life sometimes. But today was the first day where it's like, oh, we're back, baby. We're so fucking back.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything's fucking good. And it happens. And I hope if you guys are going through it right now, like just remember, it's just a moment where you got to figure it out. You're going to figure it out, and it's going to work out.
Yeah, it honestly, and all the bogus like conspiracy theories and all the crazy stuff I might be spouting out, like at the end of the day, it's all positive vibes, and I really am very optimistic that we're just gonna have a freaking awesome 2025 going forward,
dude,
and everything's gonna be great. That's my feeling.
It's nothing but up, and it's so fucking exciting. Tim and everybody at Red Hawk, they're killing it right now, dude. It's just such good vibes being there. It's an incredible place. So great to be back. Great, and it was cool just being back snapping for the gym too.
Dude, you killed it at the snap game, man.
Yeah,
You'd always have some
whole.
good angles.
It feels whole, because my goal, Jobins, is, I got my morning job, get on a good routine, healthy schedule, because I'm a schedule kind of guy. I like routine. And then at night I'm working out at the gym, and we're back to the grind. Because, fell off the old health wagon, But again, I'm trying to get back on that health wagon.
Hey, it happens to the best of us, man. I know I deal with anxiety and stuff too, and then have little ruts, man. I've got to get back into it as well.
That's why I respect Tim and Sean so damn much. They're two of the most there's a lot of consistent people at the gym.
Dude, a lot of badasses.
So many. Sure. Yeah, sorry guys. You
9 to 5 people that are just doing this to like level up themselves, that don't think about getting things out of it, but building themselves up, dude. It's the greatest community out there.
100%. They're grinders, dude. And then to put your body through all that and still continue to grind, fuck.
Dude, yeah.
But, dude, the consistency. It's the most major thing, Jobins. It's the biggest thing I'll ever preach, is because we can all do it. Anybody can do anything you want. You just got to stay consistent forever, right? And Tim makes it so like sometimes you're like, oh, it's more than that, but he says it so simple to where it's like it's true. If you love it, if you love what it is, it's easier to be passionate about it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to really find it. Hopefully, it's a good thing. I want it to be good. I want to be healthier. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They say the right shit that really just padink.
Mm-hmm. It's about just the discipline, dude. To actually get
it really is. You can anybody, guys. You can do anything. Fucking had a crazy conversation with a sprinkler guy. Shout out him if he ever watches this, because it's like we had this deep conversation, and he was like, "Whoa, dude, like, whoa, you do a pod?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Honestly, a lot of people tell me that I should do my own pod. Do you think is it hard?" And he started asking questions. I fucking built him. He's like, "Oh, thanks, dude." And it's just this real deep talk. It was cool as fuck. You just never know.
You gotta help him out so he can then he can subscribe also.
Right.
And then we'll create a network of
an empire
of Jobin casters.
I feel like it's Jobin.
What?
Jobin casters.
Lit.
Jobin casters. Ooh, I had another short theory too, Jobins. You know this gorilla guy going around viral, all these AI videos, and now there's this gorilla guy going around hiking. And
no.
And he's walking. Oh, no,
I
not
dropped
the
off the
Jon
cards.
Jones cards.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Keep going.
But there's this viral guy going around, and this guy's making AI videos. So now it's like, okay, everybody needs to make some kind of AI creature doing some kind of journey or activity, and you're going to make money. You're going to have 5 million views, and you're going to make money. It's like, that's where we're at. But then I got to thinking, and again, little stony baloney. I was like, what if our civilization fails, and then there's into the future, they're somehow able to uncover some technology shit, and they somehow see these AI videos of these monkey guys talking, and they're like, holy fuck, these guys existed? What the fuck? This place was crazy.
That does scare me, dude. And then it makes me, and then because I remember you telling me that, dude, and I was thinking, like, what if we go to another planet, bro, and then they had AI that we didn't know about, and we're uncovering these recordings, and then we can't even trust the recordings.
Shit, there's this shit. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, dude.
That's where it's like, damn, AI is crazy. Just another stoner thought.
Yeah, that was a good one.
We watched. God, there's so freaking much to talk about. Holy shit. Yeah, we missed I'm sorry, guys. We missed a lot of fights. There was a lot of good fights that happened this past weekend. Prayers to Ben Askren.
Oh
Fuck.
my god! Oh my god!
One of the scariest things to ever happen, and it's like, damn, dude. I know a lot of people like to shit on Ben because of the way he got knocked out, but it's like, bro, he was a big name for a little bit in UFC. There was a lot of that we were excited for him to even get in the UFC and get the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And nobody would wish this on Mr. Ben Askren. It's so horrible. Fucking big prayers to him. It's crazy. I learned that I didn't know that like once you have staph in a spot, it's like always there, even when you get rid of it.
It's crazy.
So it's like, oh my God, he has staph throughout his whole body, and then he needs the lung transplant. It's like, please God. It's like, what a warrior. It's like he's not fighting, he's not giving up. It's like, I really hope he's got to make it through this, man.
Makes you think about like those kinds of instances, things like that happen to people's health, like because of the amount of more people that do wrestling, that do jujitsu, do things like this, that are gonna be more susceptible to those kind of conditions. Does scare me a little bit.
Well, bro, poor Ben, man. He's got a family, and it's like he just felt a little sick, and then you go in, and it's like, oh my God, you got it throughout your whole body. You got a hole in your lung.
Yeah, that was the scariest part.
Like, oh my God, dude.
A hole in his lung, and he needs a lung transplant.
Well, he went septic
supposedly.
Apparently.
And then I saw Chael Sonnenstein, and he was trying not to say too
fuck.
much because he didn't know, because the family's, of course, keeping it pretty close to home and doesn't want to say too much. So who knows the full extent of what's going on.
So big prayers to Ben Askren. Big time.
Mm-hmm, big time.
Sad, man. That shit's scary.
Yeah, dude,
it's crazy.
Anytime there's something that's pray on things, guys, because it does. I feel like it helps. So.
Right. I watched Gilbert. What's Eating Gilbert? Grape.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jobins. Me and Brenden started watching it because I wanted him to watch it before we talked about it on the pod. But we started watching it in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. That was absolutely insane.
That Spanish voice actor, Jobins, deserves an award, dude, for real. Because he was like,
dude. Well, first off, Jobins, if you haven't seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape, dude, Leonardo DiCaprio is incredible. Arnie in my head, Arnie's a fucking real person. He's out there somewhere alive because that fucking wasn't Leonardo DiCaprio. He was so damn good. He transcended into a handicapped person. I didn't want to say it. Remember in Tropic
He
Thunder?
transcended into a handicap.
He did.
That's worse than what you could have said.
Really?
No. I think
God.
it's funnier.
Well, I meant it to be respectful because it's like, dude, what the hell? Was he, like, when they said cut, was he still in character the whole time on set? Or would he turn that off? Because, bro, going back and watching it, I'm laughing. The movie's damn good to this day, Jobins. And if you haven't seen it, it's a young Johnny Depp with a very young Leonardo DiCaprio. And it's just following this guy, Gilbert Grape, through his life, kind of as he's growing up, becoming an adult. His mom is super heavy because her husband died and she got depressed. So she's massive, bedridden. And he's got a massive family.
He's in a rural town, too. The location is a big deal, too. Like, they show how much of a crap hole, dude.
Right? Great cast. Such a good cast. John C. Reilly's in it when he's back, when he was, like, kind of doing more serious roles. But, dude, Leonardo DiCaprio just does such a damn good job at really being Arnie. I'm like, this is crazy. And then it's like, could he do that today? Because you know what? I kind of want a sequel. I would like it. But you know why? Because that movie's real and deep, right? Like you would, if you finished it, I know you didn't get to watch all of it, but dude, if you and Shannon, we should all watch it if Shannon hasn't seen it, because you would cry. It hits.
Dude, if it's as sad as The Whale was, man, that one had me crying.
Bro, oh my God.
With Brendan Fraser being real obese and...
Bro, there's a part where they're laying there, the mom dies, and they're all together there.
So, spoilers.
All right, Jobin. So,
whoa, guys! If you don't watch Gilbert Grape, I know what happens now. Hey, timestamps though. Timestamps. You know what? I'll put in the timestamp. Gilbert Grape spoiler.
Oh, sorry about that. I thought you've seen the movie before.
No, I have, but not everyone that watches has.
Okay, I really thought...
You made a big deal out of spoilers earlier.
I know.
I thought it was right to extend it on Gilbert Grape.
It was made 30 fucking years ago.
I know. A lot of people probably haven't heard of the fucking movie.
1993, dog, okay? So...
Leo runs from that movie.
Dude, I'm sorry, but I really... So, God, I needed a little bit of spoilers, but just because... I want a sequel because it could be really good if Johnny Depp and Leo reunited for it, right? They're older. And then you can make it sad. Make it real. What? Don't laugh about it. Because I'm being serious right now.
It's so
because
funny,
it's going to hit. And I'm being dead serious about it. But it could be damn good if Leo... It's like, oh my God, could Leo get another Oscar if he really did this really well? It's... Johnny Depp, it's Gilbert Grape, because the first one he's going through that part of his life. Now he's going to go through this part of his life. And Arnie is dying from cancer.
Okay. Well, okay.
So the last, because in the first one, another spoiler, sorry, skip ahead. He's such a protector to Arnie. Such a big part of his character. Okay. And he's all about protecting Arnie. Oh, you can't do that. And then, like, he gets mad at his sisters and family for doing things. He even acts out things that annoy others. But he's still doing as much as he can because he loves Arnie so much. And then at the end of the movie, Arnie's being such a shithead throughout the whole movie, he hits him. It's like a big moment. Fucking beats the fuck out of him.
Beats the fuck out of him.
Sends him flying. Backhanded flying Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
So, and then he was so disgusted. He's like, oh my God, I hate him. He's like, you don't hit Arnie. And he walks away. And it's like a real emotional part for his character. So it's like, here we are. Again, he's like making sure that before Arnie dies, he's having the best life. Even though he's still kind of being a shithead. Because that's what Arnie does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you can even do some classic callback shots, like to the original movie, like where we're in the hospital, and he's like, where the fuck did he go? And he's got his feet dangling by the window because he's always climbing shit. I'm telling you, it'd be a banger.
What's going to be the climax? Is he going to smack him?
He dies.
Is he going to smack him first?
No, Arnie dies. And maybe you could get a little bit of like how he deals with the death after, but Arnie dies.
Oh, shit.
I know. And I'm telling you, could Leonardo DiCaprio pull off being Arnie today?
I would love for you to pitch this idea to both of them.
I almost
Get him in the room, guys.
Yeah.
Get him in a room.
I'm telling you, man. Sometimes I'm like, I want a sequel for it. Let's get a final chapter of this whole fucking world.
What if they both signed off on it? You got Academy Awards on your
And then
hands.
we get, because dude, there's not many roles like that people do these days. I think the last good one that I could think of off the top of my head would be Eddie Redmayne when he played Stephen Hawking. What? What?
Dude.
What?
Dude.
What?
Stephen Hawking
What?
didn't have. He wasn't mentally
I
challenged.
know, but it was.
You use one of the smartest astrophysicists ever, dude. Just saying the last time someone did the Gilbert Grape. Oh man, you're killing me. You know,
Well, you know what I mean. Like, I didn't mean it exactly. Like,
Ricky, your red tolerance.
Yeah. How dare you compare me to fucking. Anyway, we'll get our shit together for this podcast. Woo! Let me know. Do you think What's Eating Gilbert Grape 2 starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Johnny Depp would be a banger? Let me know.
I want Eddie Redmayne in that movie for some reason
Let's
too.
make
Throw
that-
him in there.
He's the bad guy. He's the bad doctor. We've got bad news.
Gilbert, it's Steven. It's Steven.
Now see, that's fucked up.
They both be.
Now see, that's fucked up. Now see, that's fucked up.
What's he?
Yeah. Nope. Jesus Christ.
Give me your best Gilbert Grape impression.
No, I killed him, Gilbert. I killed him.
Oh wait, his
And he's
name's
crying,
Arnie. His name's
yeah.
Arnie.
I know he's crying to Gilbert because, dude, he kills a cricket and then he's fucking drool crying over the cricket because how upset he was that he killed the cricket. He did such a good job of the innocence and then destructiveness of dude.
He's a good actor. He's the best actor.
Bro. Weird. Crazy.
I gotta watch this movie again.
It's so good to this day. It's such good acting. It's crazy. It's crazy shit. Whew, I know I got to get my shit together. We got a lot of UFC fights, a lot of big events coming up. We got this weekend. I think we already did that. Yep, we did between Charles and Ilia. DDP and Khamzat Chimaev's coming up. That's in August. UFC 319 in Chicago.
It's a good fight.
Dude, it's a good card. They added Jakar, our boy Jakar versus Edson Barboza.
Let's go,
Dude.
He's got
Let's
that.
fucking
He's
go,
got
Jakar.
that.
I thought that was a great name for him, dude.
Mhm.
That's a great.
That's gonna
fight.
be. That's gonna be a good fight.
Great fight, dude. Jakar staying in his face all the time. I think he'll be able to overwhelm Edson Barboza.
Barboza's a good striker too. Our boy's got it, I think. But
Yeah.
like, that is a great fight.
I like
It's
it.
a good card.
Chase Hooper versus Aaron Hernandez.
I think Chase Hooper
You think so,
is gonna dominate.
dude? No, I don't. I want Alex Hernandez, dude.
He's gonna get dominated.
I think
First round submission. Chase Hooper's gonna get first round. Submission.
I wanna believe that Alexander Hernandez is gonna be smart enough to not get on the ground and be able to.
He's not. I don't think his stand up's gonna be better than Chase's.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think that he is. I think the stand up will be enough.
Mm-mm.
I just think you got to stay away from getting on the ground with Chase.
That's where he's gonna want to go after he's getting beat up on the feet. He's gonna try to take him down. And then Alex is gonna be done.
I wonder what the reach is. I should have looked that up.
I think that's a good fight for Chase.
Is it the reach you think that's gonna make it?
He's bigger. Yeah, he's just a better athlete.
Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, Topuria. Oh yeah, Alexander Pantoja versus Kai Kara France. Dude, again, Alexander
Really?
Pantoja. I think he's a great champion. I'm excited.
But
I know
you gotta give it. Come on.
We need some more excitement in the flyweight division.
Mhm.
That's simple. But with what we got,
Because
he's a legend. He's doing good.
he wins fights.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Kai Kara France. I like Kai.
I'd like to see
it's
Kai
gonna-
get it.
I think it's gonna be a good fight. How do you think it goes down?
Kai Kara France is gonna lose by decision.
Mm.
He's gonna get taken down a few times.
I don't think this one goes to decision.
I like it.
I'm gonna go against you.
I like it.
I don't see this one going past the third.
Okay. Who's gonna win? just get someone's getting beat.
Alexander Pantoja. Yeah. I'd like to see him go up. Again, the champs. Everyone, it's like, I'd like to see him all go up, maybe even go back down. It's a shame that they don't do the double champ anymore because I kind of just wish there would have been more rules in place. Mm-hmm. Because I get holding up. No one likes a division being held up. So I feel like it's like, okay, if you're going to become a double champ, you have to agree that if you become double champ, you have to go back and defend that lower belt right away.
Agreed. Yeah, that obligation has
that
to be
way.
met.
And if you say no to that, then you're stripped of the title or some shit. That way, then there's no hold up. I just maybe something. You know what I mean?
think that's a good way to look at it.
Because double champs are fun. It's cool. I know it's like it's the same thing to be able to go up like BJ Penn. You just go up and say, "Oh, you're a two different weight class champion," and even though it's not at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who cares?
It's not the biggest difference, but I mean, it's
getting a belt alone is like an achievement to
Dude,
like always be proud of.
Insane.
Let alone two.
Right. So yeah, what else you got, my man? I thought this was a good episode. It felt good to be back with you guys. We appreciate you. We're sorry it took so long to get back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we love you, Jobins.
Yeah, it definitely feels good. I'm honored and grateful. There's a lot of shit going on in the world right now, and you never know. You know what I mean?
I know, and I just go down those conspiracy theories because I think they're fun, but I don't really believe in them all that much.
Oh yeah,
it's like everything's gonna be fine, guys. Just like do everything you can to make yourself better, and like there's no way you're not gonna be coming out ahead.
Absolutely, sir. Oh, Jobins. Brenden turned 30. This is the first pod Brenden was on.
Oh my God.
30 years old.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, I am 30 now, guys.
We threw a little surprise party. Shannon fucking hit me and Brock up and she's like, guys, I want to throw a fucking surprise party. And we got to come. She wanted to keep it small, so we kept it small. Plus, it was literally right after we had got back from New Jersey. Mm-hmm. So there wasn't much time to get people. You know what I mean?
Was very sweet.
But we had some people come over. We had a fucking fire barbecue. Oh, yeah. Shout out TJ.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. He brought some of the greatest cuts.
That was so incredible. Mm-hmm. Our boy TJ comes down, hits me up. He wants to hang out, right? And he goes, hey, guys, I'm bringing a package of hamburger and a steak. And he's like, you got buns? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll go get some other shit. So we went to the store. We got some other shit. We got a couple packages of brats. This dude comes over with a fucking tomahawk steak, like 2 pounds of, and this is all from a butcher shop, an incredible butcher shop, about 45 minutes from here. I'm blanking on the name right now, and I'm pretty upset about it. And I apologize for that, TJ. Put it in the comments for us, brother. Because the butcher shop has incredible meat. Comes over with the tomahawk, 2 pounds of this fucking ground up beef. What was steak? A flank steak?
Mm-hmm. Something. It was
a flank steak?
Great. It was good.
Which my dumbass didn't even know about, which apparently is there's only one cut of it in each cow, and the butcher keeps it. And it's like really fucking expensive for one of them. Most tender part of the cow, and it kind of has like a hint of liver, right? Melted in our mouths like butter.
Oh, dude, it was so.
It was incredible.
So good.
And then also a tri-tip steak that I sliced up so thin, like fucking a steak sandwich for all of us. Oh my God, we feasted like kings, dude.
It was awesome. Shout out TJ. And
dude.
shout out you, dude, grilling it up, man. It was fire.
I'm telling you guys, when stuff like that happens, it's like my dad's cooking through me. I swear. It's weird. It's like he's talking to me, telling me it's there.
Dude, everybody loved the food so much. It was so good.
It was dope hearing TJ gas me up about how he was impressed I didn't use the thermometer for all of it. Like, yes, sir.
Oh, you had it down.
That's how the Midwesterns are born. Ride or dies. But yeah. Episode 204, Jobins. We love you. And we will see you next week.
Love you guys.
Love you. Doses. I thought that was a really good pod. Hopefully the audio saves.